Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do Algebra 2 Semester 2 Unit 3 3.5 Logarithms. We're going to start with a little formula. Where am I at? There I am. Circle to the star equals square. And if we have circle to the star equals square, that means that log circle square equals star. That's a bad star, but there you go. It's an awful star, we'll say. There we go, a little bit better. All right, so let's kind of break this down just a little bit. So this circle right here, these are the base. So on top, the first piece, the circle to the star equals square, is an exponential function. So you have a base to an exponent equals something. Below that, this log circle square equals star is a logarithmic function. So the base is a subscript of log. So for example, we could have a log, sorry, we could have a log base 10 of 100. And we'll just say this is equal to 2, just kind of get my examples written down. Notice how the 10 is a subscript. Here, I can say this is log base 9 of 3 equals 1/2, right? So this base is a subscript of the log. I'm just going to go ahead and write the rest of these. Log base 2 of 8 equals 3. Then log base 3 of 81 equals 4. All right, there's a few more examples I'll get to later. So this circle is the base. All right. Obviously, this up here, the star is the exponent, and then the squares which are equal to. But down here, the square, when we're talking about for a log, the square is the argument. So it's log base whatever of something. That of is the argument. That's your square. So circle is your base, is the subscript on the log, or it's the base of the exponential function up top. And this song, all this song means is I just need to identify stuff. So I need to identify my circle. So my circle is 10. My square is 100. And then my star is 2. So I've identified all the information. So that means if I'm down here, that means my circle is my base, and I raise it to the power of the star, which in this case is 2, and that's equal to the square 100. 10 squared is equal to 100. We know that's true. That works. So we'll do it again. I need to identify so my 9 is my circle, my 3 is my square, and then my 1/2 is my star. So again, it is your circle to your star equals your square. That's true. And we're just basically reorganizing this. So that's all we're able to do. We take these logarithmic functions and we change them into exponential functions. Identify my circle, my square, and my star. And I just rearranged all of them. Just using that little simple quick formula. Going over here, getting some other examples written down, going the other direction. Oh, I guess I should talk about a little bit of just knowledge real quick before I get to the next one. All right, so going back here in our blue. So we have two. So say I have log of x equals 3. Well, we know that the 3 is going to be the star. We know the x is not a subscript, so it's got to be the square. But we have no base. We have nothing written down here in the base. Well, the reason that is that we have a common log. It's called the common log. Common log is just simply log of x is equal to log base 10 of x. So if there's ever not a value written, it's always just 10. So for a log without a base, we know the base is 10. So this is really 10 cubed equals x. So anytime we don't have a value, it's 10. That's my common log is my base. Now we also have one other situation. If I have a log base e, my base is e, we call this the natural log. So that's an ln x. So instead of writing log base e, I can just write ln, natural log, and it's the same thing. So if I ever had this problem, I'll also go ahead and say this is equal to 7, whatever. I know that 7 is my star, x is my square. Well, my base, because it's a natural log, has to be e. So it's e to the 7 equals x. So whatever, so if it's ln, we know the base is automatically e. If it's just log, it's automatically 10. Otherwise, it will be written. So up here, we hadn't talked about it yet. So I had log base 10. Here, I would not need to write the 10. I wouldn't have to. I could get rid of it. I could just write log of 100 equals 2. Alright, because that would be the common log. Alright, so with a little bit... Alright, so we have some more examples. Actually need to finish writing the last one, it looks like. Log base 7 equals x. Alright, so same thing. We're going to identify circle and star. So here, my circle is my base, and it's not there. Well, it's not there because this is a natural log, so we know that my base is an e. This is my square, and 7 is my star. Circle to the star equals square. Done. Now, next one is the first time we have to go the other direction. So we can go left to right, right to left, doesn't matter to me. So this is now circle to the star equals square. So this is log circle square equals star. Well, my base is an e, so instead of writing log base e, I'm going to go ahead and write natural log. My argument is 11, and then I have x as my star. So we have circle, star, and square. Well, log base 10, I can just write just log. I don't need to write the base. That's my common log. The argument is 13, and then x. Here, I have no base written. That's because it is a 10. This would be my square, and that's my star. So it's circle to the star equals square. So that's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, I guess. Just you have to remember that base e is natural log. Base 10 is the common log. Those are automatic, and we don't want to write too much detail if it's understood, I guess.